Okay, today we're going to cover the technique for the back squat, specifically the high bar back squat. First, let me go over some general components of squatting, okay? So when we're squatting, you can even use these for things like the air squat or goblet squats. When we're squatting, we want to keep our chest as high as possible. We want to drop our butt straight down between our legs, okay? And so our feet distance are going to be about shoulders width. Okay, you can play with that. It can be hips width for some people, a little bit outside the shoulders. You don't want to go too wide, or your femur heads will run into your hip socket and you won't be able to get down all the way. Now, when we drop down into the squat, we want to make sure that we push our knees out so that our knees track with our toes. Okay, so as we're squatting, the knees get shoved out. Don't roll up onto the outsides of your feet though. Keep the feet nice and flat. Okay. The other thing is, I like to toe out about 15 degrees. Anywhere between 0 and 30 degrees is a good angle to toe out. And past that, it makes it very difficult to get your knees outside that big toe. So I wouldn't go past the 30-degree mark. Now, when we're squatting with a back squat, so let's go ahead and look at that. Okay. Now you'll take this off the rack, so it'll be a little bit different. Okay. But you put it on the, you squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit together to create a little pad with your trapezius muscle. Okay. Those muscles on the top of your back there. Okay, you squeeze a little bit and you put it on the pad of the muscle. You don't want it sitting on the vertebrae. All right, and then again, when I go down, okay, I'm going to look straight forward, knees out. Okay. All right, so that's our back squat. Eyes are always forward. None of this looking up at the ceiling. None of this looking down at the floor. You go where you look. So you don't want to lean forward when you're looking down or lean back when you're looking up. Okay, let me show you it from the side. Okay, again, I'm going to shove my knees out, keep my core tight, right? And there's my back squat. Now, as far as breathing, okay, also very, very important, I take a deep breath in, let it out a little bit on the way up, okay? Now, why do I do that? Well, when I take that deep breath, I create a splint inside my abdominal cavity that protects my spine, right? So that pressure, that intrathecal, intra-abdominal pressure, that protects my spine, okay? So I want to make sure I keep that pressure. Plus, it gives me stability in the bottom. If you let the air out at the bottom, you have no stability to drive up with, okay? So, those are some technique components of the back squat. Put the bar across the trapezius, not on the vertebrae. It should not be sitting on the bone, okay? The hand width, I don't really care about that. It's up to the individual, but I always say take a full grip. I hate false grips, okay, where the thumbs wrap around. Go ahead and drop straight down between your legs, knees out, tracking with the toes, probably toeing out anywhere between 0 and 30 degrees. Some people like straightforward. I don't particularly like that, but anywhere between 0 and 30 works. And super flat back, nice arch as you go down. Okay, hip crease passes the knee to get a full squat. Another thing, and this is the last thing I'll share in this video, a lot of people say squat to 90, right? Or don't go past 90, or don't go too deep, it's bad for your knees. Well, they've done some studies and they found out that at 90 degrees is the greatest shearing force on the knee, okay? And that is probably the last place you want to stop and reverse, okay? So if you're going to squat, you're going to want to break past 90 degrees. If you do not have the mobility yet to do that, I actually say go slightly above. But I don't want to stop at the point of greatest shearing force and then reverse and come back up. So again, work on your mobility, get into the full squats, build strength in the full range of motion. That's always been my admonition. So if you have any questions, let me know. Stay strong, and I will see you next time.